What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Alibaba with the ticker symbol BABA. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who have already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only and does not constitute any financial advice. We will start at the technical analysis by going over what I see on the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we'll take a quick look on the weekly chart to wrap it all up. The thing about BABA is that it's one of the best companies out of all the Chinese stocks, but it is the one who got the most smacked down from all of them and still hasn't recovered, unlike JD, which is already kind of like in an uptrend. So that's kind of sad for BABA, but nonetheless still a great company. So let's go and start this technical analysis by looking at the daily chart. And the first thing that I noticed is that there was this downtrend right here in play. And let me show you guys that right now. Let me just drag this up a little bit. So we had this downtrend for Alibaba, and it finally looks like it's possibly coming to an end very soon. Just because recently we had this break outside here. These bars are not inside the channel any longer. That's the break outside, and normally when we get a break outside, we get a retest of the lows, and that's what prices have done so far. So that's a good sign. Looks like the downtrend or this bear market might be slowing down, or at least coming to an end. So you might see some sideways movement or a reversal in the future. So what BABA did was that right at the end of my arrow, it looks like prices were moving sideways for a couple of days, and then it broke outside, and then it fell back inside of the sideways range again. And then right before the earnings, they trapped in a bunch of longs. You can see that someone went long right here. They had their order right above this candle. It got triggered, and then a few days later they got stopped out. And then right at earnings, all the people who had their stop losses underneath the swing got wiped out by this huge gap that was created from the market. So that's how that works. Because in any market, there has to be a buyer and a seller, right? There cannot be more buyers than sellers. That's not what drives prices up or down. You can't have more buyers than sellers or more sellers than buyers. There isn't more sellers coming into the market because there has to be a buyer for that sell, right? But what moves the market is the orders, the liquidity, that's where the market wants to move it to the liquidity pools where all the orders are. So there's still a lot of probably buy orders that have to be hit before this market could reverse, and then they're gonna reverse and start hitting all the sell stops for all these shorts, all these short sellers. They're gonna start squeezing them out once the market reverses. So this looks like a good sign for BABA. There's a small reversal right here from people playing this breakout, so it looks like they might get stopped out. So in the near term, maybe we can pull back all the way back to this 161 level to fill in this gap right here that was created. If more buyers start coming in, that's where I can see it going. If it doesn't, then there's still a lot of room for it to fall. It could probably fall back down to the, let me zoom out a little bit more. I could see BABA probably reaching the 125 level just because there's a gap right here that has not been filled. So it could be a lot of buy orders left over here that they want to hit, especially because price tried to reach it back here in 2018, early 2019, tried to fill this gap in, but it failed. So it looks like they might be trying to accomplish it right now. So that's where prices could be going if we don't start trending back up to the 161 level. Let me just zoom out a little bit more. So like I said, this downtrend is pretty much over, I believe, just because we had a break outside and a move to a new low. But the problem with Alibaba is that we might be still in this big downtrend channel right here, and that's what worries me the most. So either we're in this big downtrend channel and this could last a lot longer because we're still inside of it and we haven't had that break outside and move to a new low yet, or we could have an overshoot of the channel, maybe something like that, and then we don't have to have a break outside and move to a new low. This could be it already, and we could just start reversing from now on. We won't know until Alibaba gets back all the way up to like maybe the 190s or the $200 level to see how it reacts. Maybe this 205 level, but we could be still stuck inside this big downtrend, and any pullbacks will just be temporary until this downtrend is complete. I'll show you guys what I mean more on the weekly chart. So let's go and head over there right now. So here's the weekly chart for BABA, and as you can see here, back in 2018 there was a bear market and there was about a 40% drop. And how did the bear market end? There was a break outside of the channel and a move to a new low. As you can see here, this was the channel in play for that bear market. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. You can see that all these price bars are inside of the channel, and then there was a break outside, but prices still attempted to make a new low, and that's exactly what happened. Right when it made this double bottom, that's when prices reversed a large amount. Let's see what that gain was. That was about a 50% gain after it made that new low. So after this downtrend was complete, that's when prices reversed. So that's what I need to see happen over here for this bear market to be over and for us to start going in an uptrend. If I make a channel right here, you can see that prices are still inside of it. So that's not a good sign, you know, for BABA. So maybe this time, let me put the channel on here for you guys. As you can see here, prices fell back inside the range. Looks like these are the lows right there. Let's make this green. So maybe we can get the same reversal as we did back here, which led to the breakout side of the channel. So maybe we can get a push up like that, and then a retest of the lows, and then finally a reversal back up, maybe something like this. So I can see the same pattern playing out, especially since we're right back at the same levels and we might be doing the same thing. So I would not be surprised if the market does do that, but it's still something to pay attention to. So the thing about this is we haven't had a breakout side unless we had an overshoot, which would be over here. So maybe the bottom of the channel is not supposed to line up right here. Maybe it lines up over here like I had it, and that would be an overshoot. Then we don't have to retest the lows. We could just start reversing from now if it finds some type of support. But if it doesn't, and these are the lows of the channel right here, then even if we do get a reversal back up, I still expect a retest of the lows. So that's the bad news for BABA. The good news is I'm expecting a bounce from here, just because we're at the lower side of the range. We're very close to it. So I do expect a bounce here, and maybe we came up short of the channel right here. So we could see a breakout side of this channel. But then I don't know if that's going to be it for not seeing these lows again, or we're just going to fall back down to retest it and then reverse. But either way, I still expect BABA to be a very great company and a high performer in the coming 5 to 6 years. I'm pretty sure once it starts going back all the way up, once it starts an uptrend, it's going to easily surpass this 320 level and probably go straight to the $500 level. That's where I can see BABA going. Honestly, it is definitely undervalued here, and it was probably undervalued right here. So I can definitely see BABA, once it starts picking up steam, it just starts taking off, probably back up to that $500-600 level and making new highs, all-time highs. But we still gotta wait for this downtrend to play out. So those are the two things I'm looking for. I'm looking for a bounce at these lows right here, and then a reversal back up, maybe to the 180 level at least, and then a retest of the lows, and then we finally get that push up, or we start reversing from here, or at least right around that 130 level, or maybe the 126 level. Maybe we go just a little bit more lower, and then we get the bounce, and then we don't look back and we just start trending up from there. So those are the two things I'm looking for BABA. If BABA doesn't find some type of support at this 126 level, or let's see, it could probably go, I can see BABA hit maybe the 119 level. Maybe. That's a big maybe. If it goes much lower than that, I mean, this thing can go anywhere. So that's the thing. So if we don't find some type of support like it did previously at this right around this 130 level or the high 120 level, then this thing can fall much lower than we think, than anybody thinks, and that would be kind of a bummer. But yeah, so if we don't find some support here, we can go much lower. But if we finally do, we can get a big bounce up and finally get a break outside of this yellow channel. Sooner or later, we will get a break outside. It's not going to stay inside of this channel forever, because there's people who are shorting this market, and they're probably thinking this thing is going much lower than it is. So they're probably going to get trapped sooner than later. and then we'll have a huge short squeeze happening. So that's pretty much everything I see for Baba. So we're going to see in the coming weeks and months how strong the support level is, or how strong the support level is around that 125, 130 level. And then from there, I do expect to bounce, a decent sized bounce. I don't know how high it can go, but I'm just going to predict maybe 180 level, or even maybe back up to the $200 level. And we'll see if this was the lows or not. So thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised at what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.